Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My more avid viewers will know that I'm back in the Duddon Valley, just below Stone Star Crag, just behind me here. For the less avid viewers who don't notice details, shame on you, be more analytic. Anyway, I'm in the Duddon Valley. I've got a couple of objectives today. Well, actually two or three. Three, I think. I can't count. So the first thing, and I'm going to be doing that now, is I'm going to be having an attempt to finally get to grips with the active tracking on the drone. Now, there's a fairly clear sweep of road for about 3/4 of a mile down to a good little stopping place on the right, and I'm going to put the drone up and see if I can finally, having done some swatting up on YouTube, I love YouTube, get the drone to follow me down the valley and then land it when I stop in about 3/4 of a mile. I'll be very happy if I manage that. It should be easy. I'm not all that great with technology, but I think I understand what I need to do now to make it work. That will be a breakthrough. After that, I'll be riding further on down the valley. I'll be turning left. I'm going to Eskdale today, to a specific place in Eskdale called Fisher Ground, where there are some wonderful pieces of rock, which I'm going to go and climb. So I'm motorcycling today and rock climbing. Those of you who watched the Black Comb video will know that I'm less than pleased with myself and my levels of fitness, and I did make a commitment in that video to at least 2 days a week get out into the mountains and do some hard physical activity. That's the plan today. I'll probably finish at around about 3 o'clock. It's not far off 12 o'clock now, and I will then be heading round to Wasdale, and I will be covering the Thursday evening bike night at the Wasdale Head Inn. I'm not sure how busy it's going to be, but I would imagine that given it's really quite warm and balmy autumn afternoon, there'll be a few there. We will see. Anyway, that's all to come. For now, I'm going to send the drone up. There is a bit of a stiff breeze today, but I think the drone's going to be able to handle it. I'm going to have a quick test flight, and then I'm going to try and get it to follow me down the valley.
Home point updated.
Okay, so here we are turning out of the Duddon Valley, up over Burker Fell. Again, this will be familiar to my more avid viewers. And I've just spent about 5 minutes riding and thinking. As you'll know, if you ride one of these things, they are thinking machines. And I have a couple of theories about what I got wrong with the drone just now. And so when I get to the top of the hill here, the whole Burker Fell thing levels out into a big long undulating plateau with not very many trees or obstructions. So I'm going to have another go at getting the drone up, although it will probably be quite a bit windier up here. But I think possibly one of the problems I was having just there is that there were too many trees along the length of the road, and I think that perhaps was confusing the drone. We will see. So it is, as I expected, far too windy to be sending up the drone here. I'm going to sit back and enjoy the ride over Burker Fell. probably considerably more than these two are. Then I'll be heading down the other side into Eskdale and parking up by Eskdale Green train station, and then I'll be having a short walk up a hill to go and do some rock climbing. So that was good timing. I've arrived just as the steam train is coming. So we get some footage of this. Here it comes, Lal Ratty. Wave from the driver, and everybody's waving. Everybody's waving. That's how people are. Social creatures. Perfect timing. So that was Lal Ratty. So off the road now, and I'm following this little track up onto the hillside. To go and explore some wonderful pieces of rock. I realise that not many members of my audience will have the same fascination with geological formation that I have. Frankly, my friends, I don't see that as my problem. So, over a little footbridge here, which goes over the light gauge single track railway that carries the Lal Ratty that we just saw from Ravenglass right away into the mountains. So, off the track and up a footpath. And if memory serves, it's this way. So, here we are. Fisher Ground. Fisher Ground. So there is a guidebook devoted to describing the various routes up all these boulders here, and on a sunny summer's weekend the area will be utterly filled with people with lots of lycra and portable mattresses for when they fall off, exerting themselves to no end in an attempt to get to the top of a boulder. Not my thing at all. Never really got into bouldering. I tried, just not for me. I prefer the big mountain routes on huge rock faces. Although, having said that, what I'm climbing today isn't that high, but it is nevertheless high enough that if you fall off it, you're not going home on your motorcycle. Now, I'm going to have a good warm-up when I get to the bottom of the climb that I'm going to attempt today, and see if I feel like climbing it solo. If I feel that my head is not in the right place for that, I do have a rope in the bag here, so trust me peoples, this will not be my last video. Okay, so I had a go at the solo ascent, got about halfway up, bottled it. Simply don't have, after a couple of years of not climbing very much at all, the necessary intestinal fortitude or the bulk around the testicular area to be soloing this. I know it's well within my abilities, even with my current level of fitness, but I just haven't got the headspace to do it. So what I've done is I've rigged up a rope from the top. There are several bolts up at the top. This particular piece of rock is widely used by the Eskdale Outward Bound Centre for teaching young children to rock climb, and so it's perfectly safe. The rope is coming down. I'm going to clip into the rope. I have a simple camming device on the rope which will stop me from falling should I sit on the rope, and so I'm now feeling completely safe. The plan now is to do the route 2 or 3 times, convince myself in here that I can still do rock climbing, and then possibly to end the afternoon I'll do a solo ascent of it. We will see.